Somewhere between eighth grade and freshman year of high school, my mom made me take a speed reading class, and I went kicking and screaming. Like I did not want to do summer school. Like I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. And that speed reading class is probably one of the most useful day to day things that I use it every single day. And so I try to remember to give her credit whenever possible because I definitely did not want to do it, right? But you will spend a lot of time reading as a software developer, right? Like we talk about the discipline of writing code all the time, right? But we'll spend a lot of time reading. There are days I'll spend 2 days, 3 days just reading code, doing little experiments, never write a single line of code that I'm going to keep, ultimately change one word somewhere and fix a bug that's been plaguing a system for a year, right? Or improve the performance on something 300 times, right? So, like, especially early days, you'll write a lot of code, but take the time to read a lot of code too. Like, get comfortable with doing that because it's a big part of the discipline. And so I really think that that's a really valuable thing, to just kind of know ahead of time, and then not, like I said, we all think of it as it's writing code, right. But figure out what you're going to do, like take time to break the problem down, and then use that as your starting point. And don't be afraid to spend a bunch of time reading because that's a big part of what this is about.
Matt, do you have anything to add on that?
Yeah. Yeah, take your time. Like, don't rush things. Even if people are telling you like, we need that, just take your time, understand the problem, and walk through it. And the time that you're spending understanding the code and reading that code, knowing that code will pay back later on, because it's one bug now, but you'll have another bug later and another bug later, and you'll know exactly where it is and what's happening. And it's that, and focus on what you know. Don't focus on what you don't know. Focus on what you know with that code. And also that will help you to just piece the puzzle together. Um, because when you do a puzzle, you don't focus on, hey, that piece I know, like you focus on the borders, and after that, it's kind of like, well, what's going on? So you focus on like that piece that you know, and you build the puzzle. You don't be like, oh, I'm gonna start in the middle of that puzzle. Where are the pieces? So, yeah.
I don't, for me, I don't know what to say. Like I said, I didn't touch any code until, um, we did there's like a jumpstart class that they do before the actual cohort. Before that, I hadn't touched anything, any code at all. If I can go back, I still wouldn't touch any code just because for me, it was more beneficial. Like I was able to pay attention the whole time instead of just being like, oh, the basic stuff I already did, I already learned this. So I'll just kind of look away, do something else in the meantime, and possibly miss something. I was just like focused. Not the whole time because I would joke around in class a lot, but I was really actually like absorbing things and paying more attention than I probably would have if I would have. I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know. For me, like I guess it worked for me, but everybody's different.
Yeah, we do have one special guest here with us, Sarah, our instructor. I hate to put you on the spot, but do you have any advice for anybody just getting started into coding?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, I can back up Guerrero's claim of being the class clown. Um, he always brought the humor. I mean, just getting excited about this journey. It's settling into a path of being a lifelong learner, and so we're so much more worried about making sure that you as a person understand your learning style and understand how you absorb information, and um, and then being able to do that efficiently, because that's going to get you so much farther than like, oh, I memorized this set of syntax. Like, cool, that will get you a certain ways down the road, but it definitely has its limitations. And so when I see people that are really excited about the process and are excited about learning and excited about the struggle and can't let go of the thing that doesn't work and just like want to keep pressing forward and make it work, and like, but what about this, why is this happening, I fixed it, but I still don't even understand why I fixed it. Can you explain why the code works and then why it doesn't work? Like, those are all really good questions that I'm really excited to hear as an instructor, because it feels like, because that to me, it feels like the student is passionate about the learning experience and not just trying to like click the buttons in order to get to the next thing.